What is good, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the WeSportin podcast. And today, big news in the NFL world: J.J. Watt signing a 2-year, $31 million contract to the Cardinals. Now, I know what you guys are saying. I mean, the Cardinals weren't even in contention for we all saw him teasing at Green Bay, Buffalo, and Cleveland.
Yeah,
We saw all that teasing. I know Drew is really sad about this because they did not get to capture on the JJ Watt sweepstakes, but we are going to get
more on that later.
Yeah. So first things first, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for 60 subs. We just reached 60 actually a couple of days ago. Just hit 60 on the WeSportin podcast. So thank you guys for all the love and support. We're going to keep going with it. We're going to keep shooting out videos. But besides that, let's get into this. So JJ Watt being released from the Texans was very much a obvious move and decision. He was unhappy with the organization as time was going on. They were looking for a trade when he was getting younger or getting older. They were looking for a trade, couldn't really reach anything. But now they release him and he signs with the Cardinals. So let's get our first thoughts on the man who thought that they were going to get JJ Watt. Drew, what were your thoughts on the signing of JJ Watt to the Cardinals?
Well, I was very hopeful that my Green Bay Packers could add J.J. Watt, but the more I thought about it from a Packers fan standpoint, the more I realized that it wasn't going to happen, and pretty much I was kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop, just disappointment with J.J. Watt signing somewhere else that wasn't Green Bay, and I guess it's finally come out. Signed with the Cardinals, reuniting with DeAndre Hopkins.
Now, I think this is a great move for the Cardinals, actually. And I mean, with the division that they're getting into now, I think what they needed was a pass rusher. I mean, if we look at their D line, we don't really see a lot of great big names on that D line. Yeah, we have Chandler Jones off the edge. There's Budda Baker, Isaiah Simmons, Pat P, who is a free agent, Byron Murphy, who's coming up. The thing is, though, I see this as a great move for the Cardinals. And it really kind of just comes down to if Cliff Kingsbury just knows how to use J.J. Watt. I think that's kind of how we really need to look at it, though.
Well, the way I see it, this was a great addition. And the Cardinals defense, particularly last season, was known for getting sacks and getting pressure on the quarterback. And a guy that's known to do that all of his career, J.J. Watt, you add a guy like that, I think the possibilities are endless. Like Nico, a guy you didn't mention who actually had a really big year in terms of sacks is Hassan Reddick. He was top 5 in sacks, linebacker for Arizona. He's a free agent, and I think if Arizona can get Reddick re-signed, I mean, they can let Peterson walk, address cornerbacks somewhere in the draft, let Isaiah Simmons develop and grow. I think that defense can be really good. And like you said, the NFC West is pure and simple, just an arms race with each 4 teams looking to build and just become the biggest juggernaut in that division. Yeah. And when you look at that division, especially like even before, you saw 4 very strong teams and without a doubt the best division in the entire National Football League. But now that division has just gotten even better. Yeah. Because it'll be year 3 of the Cliff Kingsbury, Kyler Murray
era
tandem in Arizona. And you get another year of Murray to Hopkins. You maybe re-sign Kenyon Drake, you get a solid, really underrated running back, in my opinion. I feel like not enough love gets doled to
I can tell you maybe why he doesn't get a lot of love, but that's just a conversation for another day.
That's a conversation for another day. I don't think he gets enough love in Arizona, but I digress. I think this team, if you let it develop and adding a veteran like J.J. Watt, I feel like they can really go places next year and make a statement for themselves.
Yeah.
You have them, 49ers, who went healthier, a juggernaut, the Rams. They upgraded a quarterback. They're already a really good team. And the Seahawks, who are a perennial powerhouse. So yeah. I'm just going to look forward to watching this division next year.
Yeah, but let's look at this, guys. We're looking at a Cardinals team, guys, that last year they were only about maybe a game off of making playoffs. I mean, they very much did improve. I think where they did lack though was in D line, because I don't see. I know Hassan Reddick, was top 5 in sacks. Like Drew said, Chandler Jones, I think believe was out for the year. I believe Chandler Jones was out for the year. Buda Baker, though, free safety, had an amazing year, had an amazing breakout year. Isaiah Simmons, who's developing. So this team will really go far, and they'll go as far as JJ Watt can take them. I feel like JJ Watt's more of that key. He's like the older brother to all of them. He's basically the old guy who's been there for years, has been in teams where the defense was stacked, but the offense was not. But now he's on a team where both sides are going to have potential to be both really good, really scary, and really dangerous. So now I believe, we do have a little time left. I do want to get on the Russell Wilson sweepstakes. I really don't want to discuss the Russell Wilson sweepstakes because I don't
discuss Russell Wilson. Why?
Okay.
Why do you want to discuss Russell Wilson?
I'll tell you this. I have never heard somebody say, "Hey, I don't." What?
I don't get the hoopla around Russell Wilson.
Because he goes into the organization and he says, "I don't want to be traded, but." If there were a trade,
he doesn't want to be traded.
But he said, meaning that he is considering leaving Seattle. Okay, there is that back of his mind that he wants to leave, and I don't blame him for wanting to leave Seattle.
No, hold on. This is just another Aaron Rodgers situation.
No, it's not, because this has been going on for 2 years.
Aaron Rodgers situation. Russell Wilson doesn't want to leave. He has a no trade contract, so eventually all the cards are in his hands. Yeah, he named potential suitors, Cowboys, Raiders, Bears. I believe Saints were in the conversation. I believe Dolphins were also. Mm-hmm. But that's just if the bridge is so far burned that it's broken beyond repair. It is very much not at that point yet.
So, but how many off seasons have we been sitting here and we've been hearing Russell Wilson's unhappy with how the offense is being ran. He's being unhappy with the O-line. He's being unhappy with this, and that. How many seasons have we heard that, Drew? We've heard that every year, I believe, since like 2018.
Have we really?
Yes, I have. I've seen the rumors.
I've heard Russell Wilson has no protection. That is a tale as old as time. Russell Wilson has been running for his life. But just in terms of, I actually think this is more of a recent thing where he has earned the right and earn the say within the organization to have like some say in how personnel gets run, just inform him the executive decisions. He's the leader of the team, by far the best player on that team. He deserves at least to know. And I can see where his frustration comes in terms of, like not getting me any help, not letting me in on certain things. But the point I'm trying to make is just calm down. Just calm down. Nothing's going to happen.
Okay. All right. Well,
nothing will happen.
Mm-hmm. I mean, here's the thing. It would be one of those things that if I looked at my phone right now and I saw that, it wouldn't surprise me. Like, it wouldn't, that's a trade that wouldn't surprise me. Like, if Aaron Rodgers would have gotten traded, yeah, that would surprise me. But if Russell Wilson, let's say Russell Wilson gets traded, it wouldn't surprise me at all whatsoever. I mean, the scenario he's in is not as great as people think it is. Yeah, he has Metcalf, he has Lockett, Carson. Yeah, but
Carson's actually a free agent, so I mean,
I think Carson will resign.
Maybe.
We have one more topic maybe I do want to discuss, and I didn't tell Drew about it because I do think that Drew. I actually didn't tell Drew about this one because I wanted him to get an honest answer. Running back Aaron Jones is going into free agency as a free agent. Drew, do you like the Aaron Jones's odds? Let me ask you this. Do you think Aaron Jones should stay a Packer or leave the Packers?
Leave. Get out.
Why is that?
Take your money, take your dough, and leave.
Now, what makes you feel like that?
It's not that I don't want him back. I'd love to have him back. We just can't make it happen. The money that he's demanding and the money that he's going to get paid elsewhere, he's going to want to go to a team like Jacksonville or Miami that wants to pay him $15 million.
You think Jacksonville's going to pay him after what they found in James Robinson, though?
No, I don't know where he's going to go. Maybe New York. I was just naming out teams. Just not Green Bay. Somebody else is going to give him a lot of money. He's a 1,000-yard rusher, really dynamic. Is he a good running back? Yeah. But with what we have and our cap situation, do we need him back? No.
That's true.
No, we don't. We can ride it out we have a beast in AJ Dillon. And if I would be much happier as a Packers fan re-signing Jamal Williams and letting him and AJ Dillon ride it out. Because I think Jamal Williams can do just as much as Aaron Jones can do. And one of the reasons, I'm not trying to discredit anything from Aaron Jones, but Packers running backs in general last year, all of them had success. Why do you think that is, Nico?
Aaron Rodgers. I don't watch the Packers, man. I can't tell you why they're so successful.
Clearly you don't. It's because of their offensive line. Plain and simple. The Packers have one of the best offensive lines in the league. There's no way that Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams, and AJ Dillon would have the same success anywhere else without that offensive line.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah. So I'm not trying to discredit anything from those guys, but I would much rather take Williams and Dillon on a cheaper deal and re-sign Corey Linsley. Please, I hope we re-sign Corey Linsley. First team All-Pro centers don't just fall into our lap every day.
You're sitting there begging. He's begging for Corey Linsley.
I'm begging for Corey Linsley.
All right, and lastly, before we
here's the thing, Nico. If you gave me, who do you want to re-sign, Aaron Jones or Jamal Williams? My answer is Corey Linsley.
That is true.
Yeah, that is how strongly I feel about it.
A good offensive line and have a good running back success.
Yeah, a good offensive line covers up a lot of issues and can really enhance what you already have.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is clean. He's fantastic. When the running backs have holes to run to daylight, they're fantastic. But without an offensive line, I mean, look at the Eagles when the offensive line fell apart. Look at the Cowboys when their offensive line fell apart. Ezekiel Elliott, who was considered a top 5 running back in the league, had nowhere to run.
Yeah, that is true.
The Cowboys quarterbacks were getting pressured all the time. Carson Wentz, highest sack percentage in the league. You have to look at an offensive line and how good and how much a good offensive line can really impact your team.
Yeah, very true. So last thing I do want to discuss before I do end the video off today, reports coming in, came in earlier today. Alex Smith, comeback player of the year, was just released by the Washington football team.
I'm gonna let you talk more about this one because Alex Smith is your boy. Alex Smith's your home dog.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
Washington football team.
Yes.
He's your guy.
Yeah.
He was gone.
Here's the thing, guys. When Alex Smith first came to the team, it was one amazing.
Oh boy, he's getting into a sob story. This is about to be.
I'm gonna be a little sob story. I'm gonna get a little sob story.
This is about to be football therapy right here. Let it out, big guy.
So when he came to the team, at first I thought it was a dumb decision because he was in his 30s and we were signing him to a 4-year, $80 million contract. And then when he started playing, before he went down with the gruesome injury, he did go 6-3 after no other than JJ Watt broke his legs. Basically just broke his leg. And it was more of like a darn, like, we're gonna suck now for a couple of years. You guys saw we picked up Dwayne Haskins, and now Alex Smith came back, went 5-1 as a starter, but didn't really perform to not what we thought. But he didn't just perform to the expectations that that were needed for our team. It does suck that he's getting cut. It does suck that he did get cut. But at the end of the day, you just have to look to the future for Alex Smith and just kind of look at the team in general. Yeah, he did. After cutting him, we did save around $14 million, which I think now makes us now top 5 in cap, which, I mean, it was an expected move, I think, throughout the whole season. He said the team wasn't really welcoming as much as he thought it would be. And I think now just going into free agency, Washington's going to really have to look into filling that hole in. I personally do not want to be a part of that Deshaun Watson sweepstakes. I would rather have Taylor Heineke or go pick up somebody else in the draft, because that's how confident I feel our team can be. So without further ado, I do want to end the video off today. Thank you guys for watching. Drew, we covered everything that we were going to cover today, correct?
Yeah, pretty much just all the major NFL news that happened within the past week or so.
Yeah, very true. Now we're also going to having Baseball for Dummies, episode 3 coming out this week as well. Drew, I know, is excited because preseason games have just started, so I know Drew's going to want to get into that.
Hey, spring training games have started. Dude, all I want to do is just watch baseball. That's all I want to do.
I've been watching some spring training, but now since this NFL, I do want to end today's video off. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for 60 subs as well. We're trying to hit 100 as soon as we possibly can. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.